Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chandra Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhagavati Naishtiki. So continuing with our discussion on the universal form, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, text number 28 onwards. So Arjuna is describing what he is seeing right now. Yatha nadinam bahavo ambu vega samudram evabhimukha dravanti tatha tavame naralokavira vishanti vaktrani abhivijvalanti. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter into your blazing mounts. Yatha pradiptam jvalanam pratanga vishanti nashaya samriddha vega tatha nashaya vishanti lokas tvapi vaktrani samriddha vega. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. Text 30. Leliya se grasmana samanta lokan samagran vadanar jvaladbhi tejo bhirapurya jagat samagram bhasastavograha pratapanti Vishnu. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides by your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with the effulgence. You are manifest with terrible, scorching rays. See, this kind of form nobody has seen before. Of course, Duryodhana saw the universal form, but that was not this ghastly. And another thing, if you notice in the verses, in text 28, Arjuna is saying that he is seeing as the many waves of rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter into blazing mouths. And next verse he says, I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. So what was it? I mean, he is saying great warriors going as waves of rivers into the ocean. And then he's saying like moths going to in a blazing fire. Why? What's the difference? Or who was going as a river into the ocean and who was going as a moth into fire? Both were dying, that's for sure. So I heard one explanation. This was a little confusing. Why two kinds? Some people say, okay, Kauravas were going like moth into fire and the Pandavas, because warriors from both sides, they were going to die, and Pandavas were going as rivers into ocean. Not really. If I can explain it right, I heard it some time back. Rivers, when they go into the ocean, it's their nature, and um, it's their dharma to go into the ocean and just merge. But the moth, when they go into fire, they go because of their desire to enjoy their senses. The river is not merging into ocean to enjoy the senses. It's its dharma. She wants to do it. And moth, when they're going into fire, they don't know fire is going to burn them. But it's because they love the fire, they are so much attracted to the fire, and they think they will enjoy it more. Since gratification will be there. That's why they go to the fire and they get burned and die. So the examples of warriors like Bhishma and Drona, they were not into this war because of sense gratification, or because they were thinking that they will enjoy the kingdom if they win the war. They were into this war because they were obliged to Duryodhan and Dhritarashtra. That's why. But they enjoy the kingdom. So the warriors who were doing it without any idea of sense gratification, but as a matter of duty, they were like going as rivers into the ocean. Of course, both the warriors are going to die. Both kinds of warriors are going to die. And both kinds of warriors are going to get liberated because Krishna himself is there. But the way Arjuna explained, this is the explanation I heard, that so which warriors are going as moths into fire and which warriors are going as rivers into ocean. See, every words of Bhagavad Gita has some meaning, so we have to try to understand it. Why is it said so? And now see Arjun, he's looking at the universal form and he is getting scared. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. And like in the previous verse, somewhere it came that Arjun saw this this universal form was like thousands of suns burning at the same time, brightly. So it's very difficult to look at a sun. I mean, if we go out in the noon time or 2 p.m. and you look up at the sun is shining very brightly in summertime, and we can't look at it. And just imagine thousands of suns burning at the same time. How can we look at it? So it was only by mercy of Krishna he was able to behold that form of Krishna. Otherwise, there was no way possible. And now we'll see how Arjun gets scared and he's starting to pray to Krishna. आख्याहि मे को भवानुग्र रूपो नमोस्तु ते देववर प्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तं माद्यं न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तम्. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. See, this is one of the differences. Of course, Arjun is a great devotee, very pure devotee, so much so that Krishna chose him. That he's a right recipient for Bhagavad Gita, message of Bhagavad Gita. But he saw this universal form, and all his friendly dealings with Krishna was gone. He's saying, I offer my obeisances. Please be gracious. You're the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. And this and that. He's praying to Krishna because after seeing the universal form. And there was once not once, twice, Mother Yashoda. Krishna showed her the whole Brahman in his mouth. Of course, just for a moment, Yashoda Maya got disturbed. What is this? Who's this? And then Krishna had to close his mouth. And then Yashoda Maya, oh my Lala, he's eating dirt. He will get sick and he will get germ worms in his stomach by eating dirt. I had to clean him up. This mood of Yashoda Maya. Yashoda Maya is very the 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 love she has for Krishna is very, very, very high than any other person you can think of. Of course, Gopi have even higher mood, but that is different. Categories of all pure devotees. Even in pure devotion, there could be categories. And everybody has different relationship, different mood with Krishna. Text 32. Shri Bhagwan Vacha Kalosmi Lokakshayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartum Iha Pravritaha Rite api tvam na bhavishyanti sarve yavastitah pratyanikeshu yodha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So except you, 5 Pandavas, and of course, 3 on the Kaurav side, everybody else is going to die. Krishna says, I have come as time. I'm the great destroyer. Although Arjun knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of God, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the Supreme Truth destroys everything, even the Brahmins. Eventually, all the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of the Supreme Lord is all-devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in that form of all-devouring time. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who was present on that battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjun was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed, for that was his plan. If Arjun stopped fighting, they would die in another way. Death could not be checked. Even if he did not fight, in fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. So if we remember Arjun in the first chapter, he said he didn't want to commit sin by killing his grandfather and Dronacharya and so many other relatives. But Krishna all are going to die. They have a separate fight. You kill them and take the credit, take the glory. But they are not going to go back home from this battlefield. Basically, Krishna showed it to Arjun. Text 33. Tasmatvam utishta yasho labhasva jitta shatrun bhunkshu rajyam samriddham maya vate nihatah purvameva nimit matram bhavasavya sachim. Very important words. So Krishna tells Arjun, therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. It's just Matra of the Sabyasachi. Sabyasachi refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjun is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument, nimitta matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan, and all manifestations are but accidental formations. Nothing happens by chance, actually. There are so many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this and maybe like that. But there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What's this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back. They have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord it over material nature. They are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. So all we have to do is try to understand what's the plan of the Supreme Lord. Of course, we are not we don't have that kind of intelligence by which we can understand. That's why we need a spiritual master who can help us, guide us. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjun was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance to the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in Krishna, full Krishna consciousness, and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect because he is working according to the plan of the Lord. And Krishna says, Nimit Matra, you just become an instrument. Means we are not the controllers, proprietors in charge of anything. All we can be is just an instrument in his hands or in the hands of a spiritual master. That's all. Text 34. Dronam cha bhishnam cha jadratham cha karnam tatha nyanti yodhaviram maya hatanstvam jahi maya vatishtha yudhyasvate jetasi rane sapatnam. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and all of the great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight, and you will vanquish your enemies in the battle. When Krishna said they have already been destroyed by me, means he has already made the plan. That these guys, all these warriors, they're going to get killed here. Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he's so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan according to his desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of the spiritual master. The plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by His mercy. The plan of the devotees are as good as His plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. So just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that Prithvi te ache yad nagaradigram sarvatra prachar varanam. He said 500 years ago that on this earth, in every town and village, my name will be chanted. So somebody can say that, okay, Mahaprabhu said that, so it's bound to happen, so it will happen. And some devotee can say that, oh, Mahaprabhu said it is bound to happen, but let me help him. Let me help in this mission. Let me try in this thing to happen. So the second person is going to just become an instrument in carrying out the plans of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he will get the glory, like Srila Prabhupada. Before Prabhupada, there were so many acharyas, so many devotees, so many disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. But they had doubts about this forecast that Krishna's name will be chanted, sung all over the world in every town. Some of Prabhupada, he started and he was successful. And he gets a credit, gets a glory. So similarly, obviously, we cannot try to act like Srila Prabhupada did. So if not all over the world, at least we can try preaching and spreading the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna, at least in our neighborhood. At least we can try that much. So we are also helping in the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to spread his glories all over the world. So at least we can try this much. And like Krishna tells Arjun, you take the glory. So Mahaprabhu will give us the credit also. Text 35. Sanjay Uvacha Etat Shrutva Vachanam Keshvasya Kritanjalirvepamanah Kiriti Namskritva Bhuya Evaha Krishnam Sagadgadam Bhita Bhita Pranamya. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, these words from the Supreme folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. So look at the situation of Arjuna. Now looking at Krishna's universal form, with the mouths, all the warriors are flying in his mouth, and their heads are getting crushed by the teeth of the universal form, and the fire was coming out of all the heads of the universal form. We can only imagine how scary that sight must be. Maybe some movie maker, if he can create that kind of scene, that'll be something to see. As we have already explained, because of the situation created by the universal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna became bewildered in wonder. Thus he began to offer his respectful obeisances to Krishna again and again. And faltering voice, he began to devotee. Sthane rishike prakirtya jagat priharshanti anurajyate cha rakshansi bhitani disho dravanti sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangha. Arjun said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Arjuna, after hearing from Krishna about the outcome of the battle of Kurukshetra, became enlightened and is a great devotee and friend of the Supreme Personality of God. He said, everything done by Krishna is quite fit. Arjuna and the object of worship for the devotees, and the destroyer of the undesirable. And that when the band present many demigods of the higher planets, and they were observing the fight because Krishna was present there. When Arjuna saw the universal form of the Lords, the demigods took pleasure in it. But others who were demons and atheists could not stand it when the Lord was praised. Out of their natural fear of the devastating form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they fled. Krishna's treatment of the devotees and the atheists is praised by Arjuna. In all cases, a devotee glorifies the Lord because he knows that whatever he does is good for all. So apparently here Arjuna is saying the demigod also, because this one before it, nobody had for this incident. Now he is saying, so it's good you're showing your form. The world becomes joyful, means the devotees are joyful when they hear your name, they are seeing you. Text 37. Kasmat te na maren mahatman gariyase brahmano apyadikatve ananta devesha jagan nivasa tvam aksharam sat param yat. O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you? Means he's thinking, why the demons? They don't offer their respectful obeisances unto you. You, O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe. You are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, creation. By this offering of obeisances, Arjuna indicates that Krishna is worshipable by everyone. He is all-pervading and he is the soul of every soul. Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Mahatma, which means that he is universal. Ananta indicates that There is nothing which is not covered by the influence and energy of the Supreme Lord. And Devesha means that he is the controller of all demigods and is above them all. He is a shelter of the whole universe, all the perfect level of essences, because no one is greater than him. Arjuna is in Brahma because Brahma is born out of the lotus stem grown from the navel abdomen of Garbhodaksha. Vishnu is Krishna's plenary portion. So he is glorifying Krishna like anything. He's saying, so he is superior to all the conditioned souls within the material nature as well as the material cosmic manifestation itself. He is therefore the all great supreme. It means all the friendly talk, everything was forgotten by Arjuna. In fact, he will say later on. Tvamadi Deva Purusha Purana Sam Asya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vetasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwam Ananta Rupam. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes. O limitless form, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. See, Arjuna is saying this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you, but Krishna was standing right there. But doesn't matter. Krishna could be at one place, but he could be at whole universe, could be everywhere. That's a special position of Krishna. Everything is resting on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is the ultimate rest. Nidhana means that everything, even the Brahman effulgence, rests on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Is happening in this world. And if knowledge has any end, he is the end of all knowledge. Therefore, he is the known and the knowable. He is the object of knowledge because he is all pervading. Because he is the cause in the material, spiritual world, he is transcendental. He is also the chief personality in the transcendental world. So there is nothing besides Krishna all over the universe, all over the world, everywhere. Nothing besides Krishna. Vayur-yamo Agnir-varuna Shashanka Prajapatistam Prapitamahascha Namo Namaste Astu Sahasrakritvaha Punascha Bhuyo Api Namo Namaste. You are air, you are the supreme controller, you are fire, you are water, and you are the moon. You are Brahma, you are the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, and again, and yet again. The Lord is addressed here as air because air is the most important representation of all the demigods, being all pervasive. Arjuna also addresses Krishna as the great grandfather because he is the father of Brahma, the first living creature in the universe. So when Krishna, in the 10th chapter, Krishna showed Arjuna some of his opulences. So Arjuna then had a desire. Krishna, it's not enough. Show me your universal form. And once Krishna showed the universal form, look at the situation of Arjuna. He's so scared right now. He is offering obeisances. So see, he says, I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, and again, and yet again. Look at situation of Arjuna. Namaha parastadat prishtataste namo stute sarvata eva sarvam savasi sarvaha. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. Out of loving ecstasy for Krishna, his friend, Arjuna is offering his respects from all sides. He is accepting that he is the master of all potencies and all prowess and far superior to all the great warriors assembled on the battlefield. So it's said in Vishnu Purana, whoever comes before you, even he be a demigod, is created by you, or Supreme Personality of Godhead. And now Arjuna is remembering his dealing with Krishna as a friend, and he's going to ask for forgiveness. Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam, he Krishna, he Yada, he Sakheti, ajanata mahimanam tavedam, maya pramadat pranayena vapi, yachavhasartha asartham asatkritosi vihar shayya asana bhojaneshu, eko atva api achyut tat samaksham tat kshamay tvam aham aprameyam. Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadav, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, or sat or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. Although Krishna is manifested before Arjuna in his universal form, Arjuna remembers his friendly relationship with Krishna and is therefore asking pardon and requesting Krishna to excuse him for the many informal gestures which arise out of friendship. Admitting here that formerly he did not know that Krishna could assume such a universal form, although Krishna explained it as his intimate friend. Arjun did not know how many times he may have dishonored Krishna by addressing him, "Oh my friend, oh Krishna, oh Yadav," etc., without acknowledging his opulence. But somebody can say, well, he is Krishna, so what's so wrong in calling him Krishna or friend or Yadav? Well, first of all, when Arjun saw his universal head, that, oh, Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of God. And then, now Arjun is thinking, oh, I called him, oh, Yadav. Yadav means, from Braj Mandal, the Yadav means the people who are from Vaishya community, take care of cows and take care of agriculture. So Arjun is thinking, oh, I was, at that time, he was thinking, oh, I'm a Kshatriya, and Krishna is Yadav, and he is calling Yadav as a kind of making that I'm Kshatriya, I'm better than you, better than Vaishyas. You're not qualified as my, because of this Kshatriya and Vaishya point of view, you are not qualified to be my friend, but I still called you my friend. But now, seeing the universal form, you're thinking, oh, I made a big mistake. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that in spite of such opulence, he played with Arjuna as a friend. Such is a transcendental loving reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord. The relationship between the living entity and Krishna is fixed eternally. It cannot be forgotten, as we can see from the behavior of Arjuna. Although Arjuna has seen the opulence in the universal form, he cannot forget his friendly relationship with Krishna. So although he is asking for forgiveness, but he is still remembering that relationship. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pudyasya gururagariya natvat samo asti abhya dekakuto anyo lokatreya api apratim prabhava. You're the father of this complete cosmic manifestation, of the moving and the non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is equal to you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you? With the three words, O Lord of immeasurable power. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is worshipable as Father, is worshipable for his Son. He is a spiritual master because he originally gave the Vedic instructions to Brahma, and presently he is also instructing Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Therefore, he is the original spiritual master. And any bona fide spiritual master at the present moment must be a descendant in the line of disciplic succession stemming from Krishna. The Lord is being paid obeisances in all respects. He is of immeasurable greatness. No one can be greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, because no one is equal to or higher than Krishna within any manifestation, spiritual or material. Everyone is below him. No one can excel him. So, non-purport, what Prabhupada says, the Chaitanya Charitamrita confirms, Ekala Ishvara Krishna are Sabhritya. Only Krishna is God, and everyone else is his servant. Everyone is complying with his order. There is no one who can deny his order. Everyone is acting according to his direction, being under his superintendence. As stated in Brahma Samhita, he is the cause of all causes. Text 44. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasade tvaham ishamidayam pritev putrasya sakyo priya priya yarakasi deva sodum. You're the Supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Thus, I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances. Ask your mercy. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend and the impertinence of a friend, or a husband the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done you. Krishna's devotees relate to Krishna in various relationships. One might treat Krishna as a son, or one might treat Krishna as a husband, as a friend, or as a master. Krishna and Arjuna are related in friendship. As a father tolerates, or the husband or a master tolerates, so Krishna tolerates. So look at the position of Krishna, but he still tolerates. Not just tolerates, he reciprocates in the mood the living entity wants to relate with him. When the war started, Bhishma on one day, he shot so many arrows. He was fighting so bravely. And not only at Arjun, he shot arrows at Krishna also. And Krishna wanted to reciprocate with Bhishma's mood, and he showed blood coming of his body. They like it when they see the opponent is getting wounded. The mood, it just heightens their mood. So Krishna wanted to reciprocate this mood of Bhishma there. But it seemed like, but this is what Arjun saw, and he is asking for forgiveness. अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयं च प्रवैथं मनो तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow understanding about it, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. See, a devotee does not want to see this universal form because he cannot relate with it. So he says, please show me that your original form again. Arjun is always in conflict, very friend, and as a dear friend, is gladdened by his friend's opulence. Arjun is very joyful to see that his friend Krishna is the supreme Godhead. Universal form. He is afraid that he has committed so many offenses to Krishna out of his unalloyed friendship. Thus his mind is disturbed out of fear, although he had no reason to fear. Arjun therefore is asking Krishna to show his Narayan form because he can assume any form. This universal form is material and temporary, as the material world is temporary. But in the Vaikuntha planets, he has his transcendental forms with 4 hands as Narayan. There are innumerable planets in the spiritual sky, and in each of them, Krishna is present by his plenary manifestations of different names. Thus Arjun desired to see one of the forms manifest in the Vaikuntha planets. Of course, in each Vaikuntha planet, the forms of Narayan is four-handed, but the four hands hold different arrangements of symbols, a conch shell, mace, lotus, and disc. According to different hands, these four things are held in the Narayan are variously named. All of these forms are one with Krishna. Therefore, Arjun requested to see his four-handed feature. So Arjun said, "Show me your form as a personality of Godhead, or Lords of Lords, or abode of the universe." So first he wanted to see the four-handed form, and then Krishna will show him his two-handed form as Krishna, Shyam Sundar Krishna. Text 46. Kirita Chakrahastam Ichchami Kam Drishtam Sarvabhujam Sahasrabaho Bhava Vishwamurte. O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form with helmeted head. Helmet means a crown, and with club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. In Brahm Samhita it is stated, Ramadi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tishtam. The Lord is eternally situated in hundreds and thousands of forms. And the main forms are those like Ram, Narsimha, Narayan, etc. There are innumerable forms, but Arjun knew that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Assuming his temporary universal form, he is now asking to see the form of Narayan, a spiritual form. This was establishes without any doubt the statement of the Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all other features originate from him. So it's clear here. So universal form is also its manifestation. Four-handed forms are also its manifestation. But its original is this two-handed form. He is not different from his plenary expansion, and he is God in any of his innumerable forms. In all of these forms, it's fresh like a young man. That is the constant feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 47. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Maya Prasnena Tavarjanedam Rupam Param Darshitam Atma Yoga Tejo Mayam Vishwam Anantamadhyam Yanme Tvadanyena Nadrishta Purvam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, happily have I shown you by my internal potency the supreme universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen this prime. Actually, I was hoping to complete this chapter today, but looks like there's so many other verses. Where did we go? So no one before you has ever seen this form. Arjun wanted to see the universal form of the Supreme Lord. So Lord Krishna, out of his mercy upon his devotee Arjuna, showed his universal form, full of effulgence, and the form was glaring like the sun, and Arjun showed this form just to satisfy the desire of his friend Arjun. This form was manifested by Krishna through his internal potency, which is inconceivable by human speculation. Of course, the form is material, but it was presented by the internal potency, by Yoga Maya. No one had seen this universal form of the Lord before Arjuna, but because the form was shown to Arjuna, other devotees in heavenly planets and in other planets in outer space could also see it. They had not seen it before, but because of Arjuna, they were also able to see it. In other words, all the disciplic devotees of the Lord could see the universal form which was shown to Arjuna by the mercy of Krishna. Someone has commented that this form was shown to Duryodhana also when Krishna went to Duryodhana to negotiate for peace. Unfortunately, Duryodhana did not accept the peace offer. But at that time, Krishna manifested some of his universal forms. But those forms are different from this one shown to Arjuna. It is clearly said that no one had ever seen this form before. Because if Krishna had shown the form to Duryodhana, how he's going to kill all the warriors in the battle of Kurukshetra, obviously Duryodhana would have not gone for the fight. He would have just said, okay, just take the land, take the kingdom, and leave me alone. So obviously, this form was never shown to anybody before. Na Veda Yagya Dhyayar na Daner na Chakriya Bhir na Tapobhir Rugraha Evam Rupa Shakya Aham Loke Drashtum Twadanyena Kuru Pravira. O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances can I be seen in this form in the material world. Means this form can only be seen by the mercy of Krishna. When he gives the divine vision, then one can see that form. The divine vision in this connection should be clearly understood. Who can have divine vision? Divine means godly. Unless one attains the status of divinity as a demigod, cannot have divine vision. And what's a demigod? It's stated in Vedic scriptures that those who are devotees of Lord Vishnu are demigods. Those who are atheistic, that is, who do not believe in Vishnu or who recognize only the impersonal part of Krishna as the supreme, cannot have the divine vision. It's not possible to decry Krishna and at the same time have the divine vision. One cannot have the divine vision without becoming divine. In other words, those who have divine vision can also see like Arjuna. So to have the divine vision, to see Krishna, to see Krishna's universal form, to serve Krishna, it's just not like a regular thing that anybody and everybody can do. So it's a long purport. I'll go towards the end. The followers of pseudo-incarnation may say that they have also seen the transcendental incarnation of God, the universal form. But that's unacceptable because it's clearly stated here that unless one becomes a devotee of Krishna, one cannot see the universal form of all, that he can accept false incarnations or followers of false incarnations. So to see or to have experience of this universal form, it's not.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, chapter 4th, Krishna describes the four varnas to Arjuna in the form like the way we have four forms in human life. Is it Brahmin, Kshatriya, Shudra, and Vaishya? The same way animals also have it. So, and he describes it's like the pigeons are Brahmins, the eagles are Kshatriyas, like that. So, could you elaborate a bit on this?
Where did it describe that?
That's on a fourth chapter. I can tell exact shlok also.
Okay. No, I mean, I know the shloka chat.
Yeah.
Pigeons are like that.
And then also it describes the trees also. So
It's 4:13, chapter, verse number 13, but that description is not there for animals and the birds and the trees. It's for human society, not for any other society.
okay.
Basically, this division, Varnashram system, is for our gradual progress, gradual evolution in spirituality. That's all it is for. And for the proper upkeep of the society. So animals and trees, they don't fall under that.
And like one more thing, there it is described that like the born, when we are born, it according to the karma where we are born. So in whichever varna we are born, it's
According to our karma and according to our, obviously, karma decides the consciousness at the time of death. So, so that takes us to next birth. So, yeah,
so that means like if someone does the some other not good activities in the current life, he will fall
mhm.
down again in the next life, I believe. That's
Well, yeah. Um, see, in the eighth chapter, Krishna explains. So, whatever is the consciousness at the time of death, that decides our next life. But whatever consciousness we are going to have at the time of death will be decided by what kind of karma and what kind of association we have had in this life. So, yeah, if we do bad karma, have bad association now, so we will have that kind of consciousness. Of course, but mercy of it can be changed also. But the consciousness throughout our life, and that will be the consciousness and the karmas of this life. But according to the consciousness, we'll have the body next life. So we can become animal, we can become tree, we can become plant, or we can take a human form again. We can go above also in heavenly planets. It's all up to us.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Prabhuji, and you
Krishna.
had the other day you had also beautifully explained to me about giving the analogy of White House, wherein I'd asked you what if I desire
Oh
to
yeah.
enter.
Hmm.
Maybe you can share that so beautifully explained.
That yeah, Prabhupada had explained that. So suppose we have a desire to be in the White House next life. So if our karma is not there that we can be born or we can enter the White House as President of United States, the karma is that we can become a cockroach. So we might become a cockroach in White House. So desire and the karma to back that desire, very big thing. And Krishna, as Paramatma, he is in everybody's heart. So he is keeping track of everything that we do and that we desire, that we think of. It's amazing. And he keeps track and he keeps it in record. It's he is a big database. So I guess we can stop here. You all have a wonderful Sunday. Hare Krishna. Jai
You
Shri
too.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you
Prabhuji.
so
Hare
much.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Jai Shri
Jai
Prabhupada.
Shri Prabhupada.